Oh, dear. Remember when Shania Twain used to be in the country and you used to interview her and all that sort of stuff? Anyway, you've got all these qualifications, which is great, to work with a head on a stick and a duck and a little short hairy leg compere.
Well, I tell you what, I've been made. I've been made feel very welcome because I was in the dressing room.
Yes.
And Red and Russ came over, and they stood there like this.
Oh, really?
Hi, guys. Well, it's first night. Yeah. Make a mistake and that's it. Just want to let you know. See ya.
Oh, that's
See you out there.
They do that all the time, I tell you.
I feel very welcome.
I gave you a cuddle though, didn't I?
You did, John. Thank you.
Well, for your first little...
And when you slapped my face, I thought, well, this is a good start.
For your first little job, though, we said, look, could you go and talk to Shania Twain? She was in Newcastle, not Sydney, as I think I said before. Newcastle. How did you find her there?
She was fantastic. Most amazing show I think I've ever been to. She is one of these kind of performers who genuinely loves the audience so much that she just gives and gives. It's like 2 hours solid.
Yeah?
Yep, not even a break. And the audience just loves. She gets people up from the audience and she takes photographs and it's fantastic. Yeah, she was wonderful.
Just like this show.
Yeah, we do. And you, so you went backstage and talked to her before the concert?
Just before, literally just before she went on. So she was kind of like getting ready to do this show, and obviously you have to be really energised. And then I sat there, doing the whole questions, and she was like, okay. But as soon as we got into it, she was fantastic.
Yeah. All right, well, let's have a look, and then we'll come back and talk more.
Shania, welcome back to Hey Hey. I think it's your 4th time on Hey Hey.
I think so.
Enjoying being back in Australia?
It's great. It's so beautiful here. Yeah. Really nice.
Good. Now listen, congratulations on the success of Come On Over. It's currently #1 in Australia.
I just heard. That's wonderful. It's great news.
Yeah.
Really, really great. I'm so happy.
Good. Now for me, I loved what you did on the album because there were beautiful love ballads to some really funky, fun songs, and then also songs that touched on some very serious issues. Do you think this reflects a lot of who you are, who Shania Twain is?
I think so. It's, I mean, first of all, I like the variety of subjects just because I think I would get bored if I spent several months writing songs about all of the same things. So I think it has a lot to do with that. Not necessarily that I'm thinking in the end that I want an album with a variety of subject matter. I think it's more the writing process because you get into a phase where you're writing for several months, and I really like the change from one personality to the other with the music.
How are you finding the Australian audiences?
So I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I was so pleasantly surprised. The audiences knew. They seem to know all of the songs, everything.
Now, how about the fact that you've managed to balance country and pop, bring them together and create this whole wonderful new genre? Is that an exciting thing for you, Shania?
It really is exciting because you just never really know where you're going to end up. When I first pursued a recording contract, I was told I was going to have a very difficult time getting one because my music was really influenced so much by a little bit of this, a little bit of that nobody could really determine what it was exactly. It is kind of hard. I mean, it is a little country, it's a little pop, it's a little rock, and it comes from my earliest influences, which really come from everything from Dolly Parton to Elton John to Stevie Wonder and just about everything.
We love it over here in Australia, and we're so happy to have you back in the country, and thank you so much for joining us on Hey Hey, and enjoy the rest of the tour.
I will. Thank you very much.
Very good. She's a nice girl, isn't she? Just looking at that, and you're saying how her skin is really...
Incredible. She's in her 30s, and
yes.
she has hardly a wrinkle.
Really?
She doesn't smoke or drink, and she's a vegetarian, so she looks after herself.
Oh, well, she does look terrific. And this is back at #1 now.
It is.
Was it 65 weeks?
It's been in the charts, and this is the first country that Shania's had a #1 hit with this album, so that's great for Australia. We're really proud.
And what about the single?
Well, that don't impress me much as a next single, and I think they're expecting a debut in the top 10.
The single doesn't impress you much, or that you?
It impresses me. It's the title
of the song.
But Daryl, I should tell you that with Shania, she was saying that every city she goes to and performs, she actually donates a number of tickets to charity, and her chosen charity in Australia is the Salvation Army. So she donates tickets, and then the Salvation Army auctions it off each night to raise money for hungry kids.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Did you go out front to see this
I did.
recorded? Great that Shania would give us permission to actually have you know, a complete run of this number just for our show. In fact, I think she did it twice in the concert.
It was fantastic, and people loved it because she said, okay, I'm going to do this for a TV show, and it's kind of like making a video clip. So people really felt like it was something quite special because they were being part of this whole.
Well, it was.
Yeah, it was. It was wonderful.
Okay, well, let's have a look, and you can set this up and...
Okay. Here she is, Shania Twain with her brand new single from Come On Over, which is currently #1. It's called That Don't Impress Me Much.
I've known a few guys who thought they were pretty smart, but you've got being right down to an art. You think you're a genius, you drive me up the wall. You're a regular, original, know-it-all. Oh, you think you're special. Oh, you think you're something else. Okay, so you're a rocket scientist. That don't impress me much. So you got the brain, but have you got the touch? Now don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright, but that won't keep me warm in the middle of the night. That don't impress me much. Yeah, yeah. I never knew a guy who carried a mirror in his pocket and a comb up his sleeve, just in case, and all that extra whole gel in your hair unlock it, 'cause heaven forbid it should fall out of place. Oh, you think you're special. Oh, you think it's something else. Okay, so you're Brad Pitt. That don't impress me much. So you got the looks, but have you got the touch? Now don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright, but that won't keep me warm in the middle of the night. That don't impress me much. You're one of those guys who likes to shine so chic, and you made me take off my shoes before you let me get in. I can't believe you kiss your car goodnight. Now come on, baby, tell me, you must be joking, right? Oh, you think you're something special. Oh, you think you're something else. Okay, so you got a car. That don't impress me much. So you got the moves, but have you got the touch? Now don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright, but that won't keep me warm in the middle of the night. That don't impress me much. Oh, no, you think you're cool, but have you got the touch? Now, don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright, but that won't keep me warm on the long, cold, lonely nights. That don't impress me much. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what do you think, you're Elvis or something? That don't impress me